The act of juggling your business success and your personal well-being. Now that can be really, that's a lot, okay? That can really be a handful. And so today I'm going to be sharing with you that one secret that no one cares to talk about. So it's not like they don't care to talk about it, but you see, it's just something that sometimes people feel like you need to learn on your own. Hey Basil, it's something that people feel like you need to learn on your own. But you see, the truth is, let me see, okay, you need to understand what these things are, how to navigate through all of it, right, for you to be able to get the best out of your life and out of your business. Now this secret, this secret, right, is something that has worked for me. I'm literally going to be sharing my story so you are able to learn from it. Now, something I need you to understand is that, you see, managing your business success, managing your personal life can be a handful, depending on your current reality. It could be overwhelming. It could be like, you know, something you feel is not possible. But one thing I can promise you is that if I can do it, I don't see anybody else that can't do it. Like literally, you can. Not because, you know, there is any magic to it. I know in my caption the last time I said I'm going to share with you how to become a magician, but it's no magic, okay? It's just you having this information and also figuring out how to work around it. Now that's basically what I'm going to share with you. Have you ever felt like, you know, maybe you're in this space where you're like, everything around you is overwhelming, it's tiring, you know, you feel like, you know, life is a whole lot for you. You're trying to work around the demands of your thriving business. Maybe you're even just starting your business. Like, you know, you have a calling, but for some reason you just see yourself going, you know, in circles, and you have your family, you have your health to think about. All of this is just, you know, is just in one circle. Now, if this is you want to stay with me to the very end, because there's something that happened to me, I think it was about 6 years ago, that changed the entire dynamics. If you have been watching my journey, I'm sure you would realize how much I talk about my kids, how much I talk about my personal life, because you see, every single thing that I do right now, every strategy, every concept, you know, marketing concept, sales concept, tech concept, you know, that I share with you is as a result of my own story. Okay, and that's basically what gets me in the know of, okay, systems, all of those things. But I'm not here to talk about systems. I'm here to talk about the realities of juggling your business success and your personal life. Okay, now I'm sure you're wondering who this is. If you're new to this page, my name is TeeCee. I'm a systems implementation strategist. I'm also a fractional CMO, and I'm here to take over the Women into Networking Instagram page. Okay, so it's exciting because the WIN is a non-profit organization, and you know, it's really exciting to take over somebody else's page, you know, be on their page, do their lives, just me. It's fun, and so that's why I'm here. And aside from the fact that it's fun, I'm also here to let you know that you can have a business. You can have your 9 to 5 if you love your 9 to 5, and you can have a healthy life. You can live the life that God has designed for you. Now, you see, when it comes down to juggling your business life, your business success, your personal life, your health, your family, has anyone ever told you? Thank you. Has anyone ever told you that, you know, mastering this balance can be a lot of work? Sometimes we feel like it can be super hard. Sometimes we feel like we need to sacrifice something. So sometimes you feel like one needs to give for one. But the truth is, you don't have to sacrifice what you don't want to sacrifice. You don't have to give anything for the other. All you need to figure out is how to create that balance. Now, today I'm going to be sharing with you some basic concepts that I have walked around. And why I'm sharing this concept, like I said, this is your opportunity to also get to know me. Okay, so if you have personal questions, if you have business questions, feel free to plug in those questions. I am very, very happy to answer all of your questions. Okay, now, like I said, I need you to be able to have an open mind while I share this. I'm going to be sharing my personal story. I'm going to be sharing how I am able to walk around 4 different time zones. Like, trust me, it's no joke. I mean, across Asia, I mean across Africa, I mean across Europe, I mean across the United States. Okay, so that's a whole lot, at least for me. I don't know for you, but working around this continent, it took me time, but I realized that for me to be able to thrive online, doing what I love to do, I need to be able to figure out how to navigate through all of this. Okay, and I'm going to be sharing with you how I was able to do that. Now, there's something I want to share with you today. Okay, behind every amazing entrepreneur you see out there, behind that super successful entrepreneur out there, there's a story. Okay, there is a story of relentless ambition. There's a story of sacrifice. There's a story of long hours. There's a story of the things that you don't get to see. All right, now the truth is, your story doesn't necessarily have to be like this. However, I'm going to share you my story, and I hope that my story is able to get you balancing that life you currently have and the business that you want to have for yourself. Okay, even if it's a career, you are able to balance it, because the truth is, if you I feel like if you are struggling to create that balance, even with your 9 to 5, okay, and your personal life, you're still going to struggle being an entrepreneur. Like, you will struggle even more, right? Because I feel like your 9 to 5, we say, oh, it's 9 to 5. But you see, in the business world, it's like almost 24 hours. It's like almost 24 hours. And that's so much, okay? While I'm sharing this, if you are yet to get your ticket to the conference, the Connect with WIN conference, September 26th, that's when it's starting. You want to get your ticket. You want to be a part of it, because I know I'm going to be sharing with you today what you need to know. However, you see, I will be sharing with you during the conference how you get to implement all of these things. You need to have the information. And after you get the information, you then want to figure out the how. How can I navigate through all of this? How can it happen for me? How am I able to implement it? Okay, that's basically what I'm going to be sharing. Now, every time we talk about the struggles, I personally would tell you that I have had to sacrifice my mental health in the past. But then I realized that there was no need for that. There's really no need to sacrifice my mental health. I can be present for my kids. I can keep my mental health intact, my physical health intact. I can also keep my business thriving without necessarily sacrificing anything. Long hours, we can cut that short, and I'm going to share with you how you can do it. Okay, now, like I said, get your ticket to the conference. It's actually starting on the 26th September, so you want to, as much as possible, be a part of it. Okay, because I will be one of the amazing speakers as well, and I'm very excited about it. Now, see, when I talk about balancing business success and my well-being, I had to realize that I needed to set boundaries. Okay, I'm sure you're wondering, boundaries maybe to all the people, clients? No, boundaries around myself. You see, it's very easy for you to have policies, procedures. I think it's much more difficult staying disciplined within. Setting those boundaries for yourself, like, this is something I don't get to do. This is something I get to do at this particular time. If I say no, my no is like capital, bold no. If I say yes, it's yes, let's move on. If this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to get distracted. I'm going to stay focused because this is a boundary that I've set for myself. Okay. Now, it wasn't exactly as simple, but life, taught me really hard. I remember when, with the kids, then pregnancy was good. I think so. But I had postpartum depression, right? And it was a whole lot. And I still had a business. Really, and my business was really running like fast paced. Then I'm like, oh my gosh. And it felt like I needed to be there for every single person aside to myself. I was literally sacrificing myself for every other person, for the client, for my family, for the kids. I mean, my kids deserve it, right? But they also deserve a healthy me. They also deserve a healthy mom, right? And when I say setting boundaries, I had to set boundaries for myself. Okay? So example of the boundaries that I had to set, I had to tell myself that it's fine if my kids cry. I know you didn't see that coming. But you see, as a mom, it can be a whole lot, especially, you have your small kids, like they're twins, very delicate they were then. And, every time they start to cry, it starts to affect me. And I'm like all over the place. Like everything just gets my heart. And then I forgot that my health is a critical element and ingredient to the success of my business. Because every single time I was all over the place, not with the business, but with my life, I didn't realize that I have gotten to a different phase in my life. And it could be for you as well. You see, the phase where you are right now might not be the phase where you were 2 years ago or even 6 months ago. So you do not want, other people to dictate what you do at a different phase that you find yourself in. I mean, the only way for you to be able to survive all of the long hours, for you to be able to survive all of the back and forth, you need to be in control, first, of your emotional well-being. Secondly, of your physical well-being. Success do not thrive on ill health. Success do not thrive on chaos. Success do not thrive on overwhelm. If you're all over the place with your emotions, maybe trauma and all of that, it is going to affect your business. It is. Like, the truth is, you might think that everybody else is the reason why you're not growing in your business, but it's your own trauma that is actually dragging you back. I am an example. I needed to figure that out, okay? And, every time I talk about systems, if you realize I'm always talking about the things you all do not see. Because you see, even when I talk about you having your systems, I always say you want to use your reality to build your systems. Because you see, my life is not your life. And that's the thing about juggling your business success and your personal life. Your life is your life. It's not TeeCee's life. Your business is your business. It's not TeeCee's business. Okay? So you want to understand your reality. Understand who you are. Okay? Now, when we set boundaries, some of us are too hard on our boundaries. Now, the trick is you don't stay hard on your boundaries. You just stay disciplined to your boundaries. You're not stagnant. You're not strict. You're not rigid. Okay? You're not rigid. No. You are sticking and staying disciplined to the boundaries you have set for yourself. I know you have policies. I know you have all of that, contract, all of this, rules and regulation. How about the rules that also says that you need to think about you first? Even in your business, you come first. Because if your clients are not able to have conversation with a healthy, emotional healthy, personal healthy, whatever you want, physical, if you're not healthy, you cannot do anything in your business. Like, there's no room for success in that area. Okay, so you want to, as much as possible, have that into consideration. If you feel close to your laptop, I remember that, I also set another boundary for myself to not work. Like when I mean work, I mean work. Do not work during the weekends. Now, it took me time. Okay, it took me time to sink into those boundaries. But like boundaries like, hey, throw your phone away during the weekends. Or boundaries like, when I mean throw my phone away, I mean like throw my business phone away. Okay, now boundaries like work. I don't do work right now. Okay, I don't do work during the weekends. I do fun things. Okay, I do things that will make me put on makeup and make me look good and make me good, take care of myself, play with the kids and all of those great stuff, right? Because I have a life to live. Well, what's the point of having a business when you forget you have a life to live? There's no point. The beauty of entrepreneurship, okay, is when you are able to live life to the full, establishing and achieving the purpose God has designed for you. It's not going to be easy, but it's possible. Okay, and so I had to do that. Now, for me to be able to set up clear boundaries, I realized that I was able to protect my time. I was able to protect my energy. I was able to protect my sanity. And that was huge for me. You see, so many of us think the reason why we're not making sales or we're not able to grow in our business is because maybe for some reason our social media manager isn't posting well, or somebody did this and did that and did this and did that. Trust me. Let me tell you the truths that you do not understand. And like I said, no one will tell you this. Your support can only get you to the river. It cannot force you to drink the water. Like, even if I help you drink the water, I can't force you to drink the water from the river. It's in the same vein. If I'm working with you, for example, I can take you to the sales call. I can't make those sales calls for you. I'm going to get you leads. I'm going to get people to tell you, you know what, I'm interested. Let me book that call. I'm going to get people to book that call for you. You would have to close that sale. Now, this is me. I know there's some people that are close as I don't know, but trust me, if you're a coach, you're a consultant, if you are a service provider, if you are a speaker, if you need to have this interference between yourself and your client, then you should be ready to do that work. Now, for you to be able to get to that space of confidence in which you're going to get on the sales call, I am able to get you booked, okay? And when you get to that sales call, you need to be confident. And you see, confidence comes with emotional well-being. Confidence comes with emotional well-being. Confidence comes with you staying away from self-doubt. Confidence comes with when you are able to trust yourself. Confidence comes with the fact that you know what you're talking about and you can sell it. So you see, sometimes just because you think you're not getting sales, it's not every other person's fault. It might just be you are so tired. And because you're tired, you're not able to concentrate on your high impact sales conversion activities. Now, whose fault is it? You. What do you do about it? Create boundaries, okay, that will protect your time, that will protect your energy, and that will protect your sanity if you want to be able to juggle and manage both that success you desire from your business and your well-being. Now, I'm going to share something else with you. You know, when I talked about, boundaries and all of that, I know I incorporated a form of self-care and all of that. You should prioritize that as well. Because if you're healthy, mentally especially, that's when when you're healthy, when I'm stressed emotionally, it affects everything about me. My physical state, every single thing about me. Now, I don't know if this is you as well, but one thing I know is, even if it's not you, your emotional energy, your emotional health has so much to do with the success that you want to have. Your mental health has a lot to do with the success that you desire. Okay, and so if you are listening to this, you want to prioritize after setting those boundaries. What next? Prioritize self-care. You matter. If you are thinking, hey, I want to have this and do this, you can. But you need to, aside from setting those boundaries, you also want to think about you first. When you are happy, everything else about you will be happy. That is one unbreakable foundation that I had to incorporate to ensure. And no, self-care does not mean always go to the spa. I go to the spa. I love spa massage every now and then, you know. But that's not what it means. Taking a walk all by yourself, okay? Self-care can also mean staying away from people who affect your mental health. Self-care can also mean taking a time for yourself to just meditate and relax, like relax from your mind. You know, so many of us can be doing fun things, but we're not even relaxed. Our minds are all over the place. Start to learn how to relax from your mind. Your mind is an integral part to your success. Okay? You want to be able to do all of this. Now, we're going to go from the inside to the outside. Now, one last thing I'm going to share with you before I say bye and meet you for the rest of the strategies in the conference is this is what I love. You see, when you talk about boundaries, one way for you to incorporate your boundaries and ensure that you're disciplined to your boundaries is creating a structure around your personal life and your business. You see, sometimes it's difficult, but when you have this structure, when you have that system, it's easier. You can have a system around your business, have a system around your kids, have a system around your relationships, have a system around you, how you function. A system, like I said, is not your funnel, neither is it your landing page, neither is it the tool you're using. It's how you get to do all of these things without going nuts. How can you do this? You want to incorporate the power of delegation and automation. I always like to see this: reclaiming your time, protecting your time, your energy, your sanity, while you're making that money, tripling your income. If you understand how to provide value, solution to people without affecting your mental health, your sanity, without draining your energy, without giving away all of your time, you need it as much as everybody else does. If you're able to master this, I promise you. You see that part where you say, I can blow up in 6 months? You can. Because when you leverage the act of delegation, you see, to set those boundaries are not super easy. But when you leverage the act of delegation, it helps you with those boundaries. Because you see, I was saying this to Allegra. I said, or rather she said it to me and I agreed. I don't know how to work alone, technically. That's because I choose not to. Because I don't want to stay stagnant. And I know what it means to stay stagnant all by yourself. You see, true entrepreneurship is not done in isolation. If you really want to enjoy the benefits of entrepreneurship, get yourself a team. It might not necessarily be an in-house team. It could be like contract there, outsourcing there, delegating there. You can even delegate to yourself. That's what so many people do not know. You think you need a full-blown team. I need a VA before I learn how to delegate. No. If you do not know how to master the act of efficient delegation, even to yourself, delegate to your spouses, delegate to your children, you will have a problem delegating to your VA and your team. You will have a problem. Now, that's the secret no one gets to tell you. We don't talk about this. You would have a problem. You see, these things, you learn it from inside and you take it into your business. Your personality says a lot. You want to start to learn how to have a team without micromanaging. So many of us think we have teams, but you're working alone. Even with so many people that you are paying, you are working alone. How are you able to grow? How are you able to have all of the things that God has promised you? How? I don't know how you want to do it, because I wasn't able to do it. I don't think you can as well. Now you want to learn how to delegate and how to manage your time. No one will manage your time for you if you do not know how to manage your time. We will take the time away from you because you don't know the value of your own time. And so we will take it away from you. Okay? So what do you want to do? Understand the power of delegation. Start to learn how to delegate to yourself. I mean, Google is your friend. Okay, Google Workspace is there. If you cannot do it, start with your Google Calendar. Create a virtual calendar system. That is that simple. Okay? Now you have a virtual calendar system around your entire life. You don't necessarily need to start to go with page tools and all of those things. No. Don't start with that. First, understand how to leverage the power of delegation. Start with yourself. Start to delegate to yourself. Start to manage projects and tasks. Now that is the only way you are able to survive even a team. Even if it's just one man team, you're able to survive. Because so many of you, I was there before, so I know. We find ourselves in spaces where we have members, team members, people that we are paying. We are just paying them, but we are doing all the work ourselves. What's that? It's not about the money. It's the fact that how are you able to reclaim time? How are you able to stay in control? If you cannot stay in control of your time, there is a problem, because you can't stay in control of your business. Your business will keep being in control of you, and there is no way you are able to balance juggling that success you desire and the time, or maybe even your well-being, your mental health. Trust me, out of the door. Now, take this from me. Even when you do automation can be a very little thing, like, setting up little email responses. You don't need robust automation for you to stay sane and start to make 6 figures. Listen, I said stay sane and make six figures. I didn't say be out of your mind while you're making six figures and be dying inside, and you come outside here and be showing us that you're good. You're not good. You're not good. Even if whether you're good or not good, you're doing yourself. You're doing yourself. The 6 figures you are making that 6 figure. Why? Because you want to create a legacy, and your legacy includes you. It's not outside of you. You want to live to be able to reap the benefit of all the work you've done. And I always say to my husband, I said, see, in this life that I've come to live my life. Yeah, I have come to work and reap the fruit of my benefit, of my work. I can't work all the work I will not enjoy it. What are you saying? Do not do that to yourself. You do not need to sacrifice your time, your energy, your sanity because you want to run a business, or you want to have your 9 to 5 and still have your business. You can have all of it. Now, with incorporating boundaries, automated boundaries around your life, that would just hands down foundation, check. Secondly, when you are able to, as much as possible, you want to use and leverage the power of delegation. While you are prioritizing your self-care, check. Now automation comes in. After you're able to build the structure, you see these 3 strategies I promised you. It gets you in line with the vision. It gets you in line with the purpose. And you are able to master what it means to juggle all of these things without losing your time. Okay? Losing your energy and losing your sanity. Now, there's going to be more. And the more we're going to be breaking down during the conference. Like in the conference, I'm going to share with you practical steps, more steps you want to put in place, how you can plug it in. I remembered I was talking about the virtual calendar system, right? Which is an amazing tool you can start with now. Build a system around your life, around your relationships. If you don't have a system around your relationships, it will affect your CRM system. That you're going to get sales funnel, all of these things. If you don't have a system around your life, around your relationships, around your health, around what makes you human, it would affect your sales. It would affect your lead generation activities. It would affect what you do in your business. Finally, it would affect the outcome of your business. So let's change it by incorporating these 3 strategies that I shared with you. Are we good? So are you promising me that we're going to be meeting September? Let's do that. And do not forget, okay, to share with me in the comment section. Share with me in the comment section. If you have questions, if you're watching the replay, #replay. If you want to share something and you be like, TeeCee, this happened to me, this is my experience, let me know. I'm happy to share that with you. Like I said, if you are so kind, you're not giving me all of those questions that get wondering, did you just ask me that? It's so kind. Thank you. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is my WIN takeover, okay? And as always, I remain TeeCee Okore. I'm a systems implementation strategist, and I cannot wait to connect with you. Have a lovely, lovely weekend.